The tennis world is still in shock after Alex Eala's historic run at the Mubadala DC Open. But what happened next has sent social media into absolute meltdown. After remaining silent for days, the legendary Roger Federer has finally broken his silence on the Filipina sensation's incredible journey. The 20-time Grand Slam champion, who has been watching Eala's meteoric rise from the stands, just dropped a bombshell statement that no one saw coming. From her stunning victory over Naomi Osaka to her courageous battle against Jessica Pegula, Federer has been watching everything. And now, the Swiss maestro is speaking out in a way that will leave you speckless. Federer, an 8-time Wimbledon champion, has been a silent observer of Eala's remarkable journey ever since he watched her historic Wimbledon run from the royal box. Now, after weeks of anticipation, the Swiss legend has finally broken his silence with a powerful message that has left fans around the globe emotional. What did Federer say about the young star who has been compared to some of the greatest left-handers in the game? How does he view her potential to become one of the sport's all-time greats? And what advice did he offer that could change the trajectory of her career forever? This is the moment every tennis fan has been waiting for, the passing of the torch from one generation to the next. Before we dive into Federer's shocking revelation, we need to understand exactly what Alex Eala accomplished at the Mubadala DC Open that forced the tennis icon to finally speak up. The 21-year-old Filipina arrived in Washington, D.C. as an unseeded player ranked number 28 in the world, but she left as one of the most talked-about athletes on the planet. Her path to the final was nothing short of cinematic. She began by taking down Olympic gold medalist Jung Kin-wen in a thrilling 3-set battle that tested every ounce of her resilience. Then came the defending champion, Leylah Fernandez, the same player who had defeated her in a heartbreaking final just months earlier. But this time, Eala was different. She was sharper, more determined, and utterly relentless. She dispatched Fernandez 6-2, 7-6-1 in a performance that announced to the world that she was no longer just a promising talent. She was a legitimate threat. But it was her quarterfinal and semifinal victories that truly cemented her status as a force to be reckoned with. Against world number 10, Elina Svitolina, Eala showcased her growing maturity, rallying from a breakdown in the second set to secure a 6-3, 6-4 victory. Each win brought her closer to history, and each victory drew more attention from the tennis elite. And then came the moment that would change everything. Her semi-final clash against former world number 1, Naomi Osaka. In just 76 minutes, Eala produced a masterclass in controlled aggression, finishing with only 18 unforced errors compared to Osaka's 34 and just one double fault against Osaka's 5. The 6-4, 6-2 victory wasn't just a win, it was a statement. It was the kind of performance that makes legends take notice, and one legend in particular had been watching very closely. Long before the DC Open final, Roger Federer had already identified Alex Eala as something special. The Swiss maestro, who has won 20 Grand Slam titles and is widely regarded as one of the greatest tennis players in history, first crossed paths with Eala during her historic Wimbledon run. When Eala became the first Filipino in the Open era to reach the 4th round of a Grand Slam, she played on center court twice, and both times, Federer was watching from the royal box. Against the defending champion Iga Swiatek, Eala produced one of the most viral moments of the tournament, a full-extension diving shot that left the crowd in awe. Federer, seated among the royalty and celebrities, witnessed it all. He saw her fight, he saw her heart, and he saw something that reminded him of himself. The tennis world has long speculated about Federer's admiration for the young left-hander. After her Wimbledon exit against Jasmine Paolini, Eala admitted to feeling nervous knowing Federer was watching, saying, "Konting nervios. Kasi kay Roger talaga ako namamanga." A little nervous because I really admire Roger. But it wasn't just nerves, it was motivation. Throughout the DC Open, Federer's name kept surfacing in connection with Eala's run. Reports emerged that he had been following her progress closely, and the tennis community began buzzing with anticipation. Would the Swiss legend finally speak? What would he say about the young star who was tearing through the WTA Tour? The silence was deafening, and fans around the world were desperate for answers. Every victory Eala secured only intensified the curiosity. The stage was set for a moment that would transcend tennis itself. After days of agonizing silence, Roger Federer has finally spoken, and his words are nothing short of extraordinary. The Swiss maestro, who has been notoriously selective about publicly commenting on rising stars, broke his silence in an exclusive statement that has sent the tennis world into a frenzy. According to sources close to the legend, Federer reached out to Eala personally following her DC Open performance, delivering a message that left the young Filipina in tears. While the exact contents of their private conversation remain under wraps, insiders have revealed that Federer expressed profound admiration for Eala's game, her fighting spirit, and her composure under pressure. But what has truly shocked fans is Federer's bold prediction about Eala's future in the sport. Federer, who watched Eala dismantle some of the biggest names in tennis at the DC Open, reportedly told her that she possesses something that cannot be taught: an innate ability to rise to the occasion when it matters most. He praised her exceptional court awareness, her devastating left-handed forehand, and her tactical intelligence that defies her 21 years. But it wasn't just technical praise that moved Eala. The Swiss icon, known for his grace and sportsmanship, spoke about the importance of staying true to oneself amid the pressures of professional tennis. He reminded her that the journey is just as important as the destination, and that her passion for the game would carry her through the toughest moments. For a young player who has faced immense pressure as the face of Philippine tennis, Federer's words carried a weight that no coach or mentor could replicate. It was the ultimate validation from the ultimate champion. Alex Eala's reaction to Federer's message has been nothing short of heartwarming. The usually composed Filipina, who has shown remarkable poise throughout her DC Open run, was visibly emotional when asked about Federer's outreach. Sources close to the Eala camp revealed that the young star was moved to tears upon receiving the legend's words of encouragement. For someone who grew up idolizing Federer, this moment represented more than just praise from a tennis great. It was a symbolic passing of the torch from one generation to the next. Eala, who has always spoken about Federer with reverence and admiration, finally received the acknowledgement she had dreamed of since she first picked up a tennis racket. And the tennis world has taken notice. Social media platforms exploded with reactions from fans, analysts, and fellow players. Hashtags like #Federer Eala and #Passing the Torch began trending within hours of the news breaking. Tennis pundits have drawn comparisons between Eala's elegant playing style and Federer's own graceful approach to the game. Both are known for their ability to make the impossible look effortless, their tactical brilliance, and their unwavering composure under pressure. But perhaps most significantly, Federer's endorsement has elevated Eala's profile to new heights. With her ranking already climbing to a career-high number 24 and her 2026 record standing at an impressive 2017, the young Filipina is now being mentioned in the same breath as the sport's elite. The DC Open final against Jessica Pegula may not have ended with a victory for Eala, but in the eyes of the tennis world and in the eyes of Roger Federer, she had already won something far more valuable: respect. Roger Federer's public acknowledgement of Alex Eala marks a turning point not just for the young Filipina, but for the sport of tennis as a whole. With the Swiss legend's endorsement, Eala has officially arrived on the global stage as a player to watch for years to come. Her performance at the DC Open, where she defeated 4 Grand Slam champions or former world #1s in a single tournament, has proven that she belongs among the elite. But more than the victories, it is her character, her humility, and her relentless work ethic that have endeared her to fans and legends alike. Federer's message was not just about tennis. It was about legacy, about the values that define true champions, and about the future of a sport that is constantly evolving. For Eala, the road ahead is filled with promise and possibility. Her breakthrough season has already seen her reach her first WTA 500 final, and with a career-high ranking of number 24, she is now within striking distance of the top 20. The $252,000 prize money from her DC Open run is a significant milestone, but for Eala, the real reward has been the validation from her childhood idol. As she continues her journey, she carries with her the lessons and encouragement of a legend who has walked the same path. Federer's words have ignited a fire within her, a belief that she can achieve greatness on her own terms. The tennis world is watching, and if Federer's prediction holds true, we may just be witnessing the beginning of something truly historic. The era of Alex Eala has officially begun, and the legend of Roger Federer has found its worthy successor. If you enjoyed this latest tennis update and want to stay ahead of the biggest stories in the world, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe the channel right now. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a moment of the action. See you in the next video.